Good evening, everybody. As you can tell, still not 100%, but doing what I can. Barely. I'm not gonna waste any time because I don't know how long I'll be able to keep this up. So, hopping right in, operational information as of 8 a.m. March 3rd, 2025, regarding the Russian invasion. As always, we start with glory to Ukraine. The 1,104th day of the large-scale armed aggression of the Russian Federation against Ukraine has begun. In total, 109 combat clashes were recorded over the past 24 hours. Yesterday, the enemy launched one missile strike using 4 missiles, 88 airstrikes, dropping 126 guided aerial bombs, and carried out more than 5,600 artillery strikes. 124 of those artillery strikes were from multiple launch rocket systems. Russia also used 2,375 kamikaze drones. The aggressor carried out airstrikes in the settlements of Utoivka, Drozhivuk in Kharkiv, Pokrovsk, Ishini, Leontoyshki, Novopavlivka, Oleksivka, Horykova, Roskreznenko in Donetsk, Zalezhizhny, Guliopol, Varvarika in Zaporizhia, and Sichneve in Dnipro. Yesterday, missile troops and artillery of the Defense Forces struck 4 areas of concentration of enemy personnel, weapons, and equipment, a radar station, and 4 enemy artillery systems. One combat clash occurred in the Kharkiv direction near the settlement of Voschansk. Going over to Deep State, Kharkiv, Voschansk is right here. Moving over from Voschansk to the Kupiansk direction, where 3 attacks by the invaders occurred in the last day. Defense forces repelled enemy assault actions in the areas of the settlements of Zarazova, Petropavlivka, and Lazova. Coming down to Kupiansk, Petropavlivka, Zarazova, and Lazova. Moving down to Lyman, the enemy attacked 15 times. Tried to advance near the cities of Novi Yampolivka and Novomikhaivka. Lyman is all the way down here. Novi Yampolivka and Novomikhaivka were the directions of the assaults yesterday. Skipping over Service direction, going to the Kramatorsk direction, where 4 assault actions took place in the areas of settlements of Chasiv Yar, Hirohorivka, and Oleksandro Suteny. Skipping Servisk, coming down to Kramatorsk, Chasiv Yar, Hirohorivka, and is that the right one? No, it's not. Oh, where's this other order? Oh, there it is. Down here by Bilohora. Alexandru Sutniemi. So, Hirohorivka, Chasiv and Alexandru Sutini. Going to the south from Chasiv Yar to Toretsk, where the enemy carried out 14 attacks in the areas of Toretsk and Cherebenivka. Chasiv Yar goes directly to the south, of course, Toretsk and Cherebenivka. Okay, I can't even focus enough to read chat, sorry. Moving over from Toretsk to the Pokrovsk direction. Our defenders stopped 18 attacks by the aggressor towards the settlements of Tarasivka, Promin, Pokrovsk, Koltiny, Udachny, Koltyanivka, Andrivka, Vodeny Druj, and Ukali. Tarasivka, Vodeny Druj, Elizavetivka, Promin, of course, Pokrovsk, Koltiny, Udachny, Upensivka, Koltyarivka, and Andrivka, and Ukali. Moving over to Novopavlivka direction, the defense forces repelled 5 enemy assaults in the areas of the settlements of Constantinople, Privilny, and Sukhindi. Of course, Constantinople, Skudin, and Privilny. Skipping over Huliopol direction over to Orakiv. In the areas of the settlements of Nastyryanka and Novodenlivka, the invaders carried out 2 futile assaults on the positions of our defenders. Again, skipping over Huliopol, Orakiv, Nastyryanka and Novodenlivka. Novodenlivka and Nastyryanka, where the 2 assaults took place. In the Bruniprovsky direction, the enemy stormed positions of our defenders 3 times. It doesn't give us locations, so let's go down to the map, and we see across from Kherson and up by Bruniprovsky settlement or city. So come over to here. So towards Bruniprovsky and here towards Kherson. Oops. The enemy did not conduct offensive operations in the Servisk or Guliopol directions. In the Kursk direction, our defenders repelled 30 enemy attacks. The enemy launched 444 artillery strikes, with 12 from multiple launch rocket systems, and carried out 19 airstrikes, dropping 30 guided aerial bombs. No signs of the formation of enemy offensive groups were detected in the Volyn or Plezia directions. Our soldiers continue to inflict significant losses on the occupation forces in manpower and equipment, and actively undermine the enemy's offensive potential in the rear. Blonde, you and autocorrect have a love-hate relationship. You love to hate each other. In the Kursk direction, here are where the enemy assaults have taken place. Goes into the losses. We'll cover that with the graphic here shortly. Joining the defense forces, Razom Переможемо, Slava Ukraina. Let me grab the losses. Well, let me go back to the days I missed. So the first 1,050 personnel, 11 tanks, 15 APVs, 61 artillery systems, 1 MLRS, and 1 anti-drone warfare system, or anti-aircraft warfare system. Jesus. 128 drones and 107 vehicles. The numbers from yesterday: 1,110 personnel, 8 tanks, 25 APVs, 51 artillery systems, 2 MLRS, 2 anti-aircraft warfare systems, 192 drones, 117 vehicles, 5 special equipment, and last but not least, the update from this morning, where Russia lost 1,350 personnel, 11 tanks, sorry about that, 11 tanks, 16 armored personnel vehicles, 60 artillery systems, and 2 anti-aircraft warfare systems. Russia also lost 61 drones and 109 vehicles. We're fast approaching the 900,000 mark. I do believe we'll hit that mark before the end of the month. So that's an interesting landmark to look forward to. There is currently no air raids over most of Ukraine, just Donetsk for 8 hours, 51 minutes. Explosions reported in Kramatorsk 7 hours ago. Where am I at? I forgot where I'm at. Oh, Zelensky's speech. But before that, I'm going to go back a couple days, well, yesterday, and the Sunday request for more air defense. Let me slow this down to normal and restart it. Here's Yeah, strong support from our partners, not strong-armed by our partners. Now for Zelensky's speech for today.
Бажаю здоров'я, шановні українці. Кілька речей за цей день провів ставку, провели аналіз пакетів підтримки та деяких контрактів, які є за цей час. Хороші результати по контрактам на артилерію. Україні потрібна міцна основа. Далі дрони, незмінний пріоритет, захист неба. Додаткові системи зараз зайшли в Україну від Литви. Дуже дякую тобі, пане президенте. Доповідав сьогодні прем'єр-міністр України по фінансах на цей рік. Ми забезпечуємо всі наші потреби. Ми пройдемо по фінансах 25-й. Сьогодні ж на ставці були деякі спеціальні питання нашої державної стійкості. Всі можливі сценарії ми пропрацьовуємо. Пропрацьовуємо так, щоб захистити Україну. Базовий сценарій – зберігати позиції та забезпечити умови для правильної дипломатії, для якнайшвидшого завершення цієї війни. Достойним миром. Мир нам потрібен. Саме мир справжній, чесний, а не війна, нескінченна. І гарантії безпеки потрібні. Саме відсутність гарантій безпеки для України 11 років тому дозволили Росії почати з окупації Криму та війни на Донбасі. Потім відсутність гарантій безпеки дозволила Росії розпочати повномасштабне вторгнення. І зараз через відсутність визначених гарантій безпеки саме Росія тримає цю війну в розпалі. І це бачить весь світ, і це визнає весь світ. Сьогодні ми продовжили нашу роботу з європейськими партнерами щодо спеціальної дипломатичної та безпекової архітектури. Архітектури, яка може наблизити мир. Це те, зокрема, про що ми говорили в Лондоні напередодні. І перед тим з багатьма лідерами світу. Україна, вся Європа, Америка, разом ми можемо забезпечити десятиліття спокою. І треба для цього бути в конструктиві, працювати разом, доповнювати пропозиції одне одного і прискорювати дипломатію для завершення війни. Говорив сьогодні я з лідерами Балтійських держав, Литва, Латвія, Естонія. Хороша розмова і про підсумки саміту в Лондоні, і про можливості та бачення всіх процесів з Америкою, і про оборонну підтримку. Те, що рятує життя наших людей. Вдячний державам Балтії за те, що ви так принципово з Україною. Друзі, дякую ще раз за підтримку. Слава Україні!
Героям слава! Zelensky talking about being able to secure the funding to get through 2025 financially. Hmm. 50-50-01 or whatever. 50 protests, 50 states, one day is an ongoing political action organization to protest the policies and actions of the second Donald Trump administration. The group organized a nationwide demonstration February 25th and other nationwide No Kings on President's Day demonstration on February 17th. Thousands of people participated by gathering outside state capitol buildings and city halls during both protests. Upcoming protests are scheduled to occur on March 4th, tomorrow, in various locations throughout the United States. Yeah, you can see how fast my brain is working. So just so you know, we're not all morons. Just 49.81% that voted for Trump. Unfortunately, my state was one of the ones that went for Trump. I've already emailed my senators and congressmen that telling them my vote is going Democrat from now on, regardless of the issues, until they get that chuckle, until they get the chuckle fuck out of office. I'd say part of my language, but Trump doesn't care what language he uses, so I'm not going to worry about mine. Russia halts funding to combat HIV, malnutrition, and malaria. He's canceled 5,800 U.S. aid contracts so far. Oh, this one's funny. YouTube will probably flag this, but this is what AI was invented for and what everybody wanted to happen in the Oval Office. Sometimes I love AI. I doubt we're going to get through all this. My brain is just not there. Calling all Brits. If you are British, emergency demonstration at the U.S. Embassy. Ukraine Solidarity Campaign and Ukrainian organizations. Speakers including John McDonald MP. 5:30 p.m. Wednesday, March 5th. At the U.S. Embassy in London, 9 Elms, Southwest 11, 7 U.S. So if you're in London, go check it out. Don, what are you asking why to? I don't get. I've seen a lot of funny things today that I just kind of had to play.
Listen to me, man. If there's one thing that I know, it's never to mess with Mother Nature, mother-in-laws, or mother freaking Ukrainians.
So I actually have two videos of this. This has the English translation. Here's the one without English translation, so I'm going to delete this one. The drones from today. Russia launched 83 drones. 46 were shot down. 31 were lost from electronic warfare. Unfortunately, not all of them, even one shot down, caused damage. So, as a result of the attack, Kharkiv, Sumy, Kyiv, Cherkasy, Dniprovsky, and Zaporizhia regions suffered damage. From yesterday, 79 drones were launched, 63 were shot down, 16 were jammed. Again, just because they're jammed or shot down doesn't mean they don't cause damage. In Kharkiv, Sumy, Klemensky, and Zaporizhia regions suffered. Some more videos, more and more videos. In here somewhere is my new favorite video. And then Saturday night or Saturday morning's update. 157 drones launched against Ukraine. 103 were shot down. 51 lost in location. Again, Kharkiv, Odessa, Sumy, Chernihiv, Cherkasky, and Kyiv regions suffered damage from the shot down drones. And I'll have one video that he didn't play before this. A fire broke out at a drilling fluid warehouse in the city of Vladimir last night. This would be Friday night, which grew into a large-scale firing covering an area of 3,500 square meters. As of this post, it was still burning. I have not seen an update, but oh, that's loud. Okay, I'm not seeing what Ronnie's saying because I have it on top chat instead of live chat. So that was the fire in Moscow. Guess they'll not be drilling any more oil wells. Mariupol resists. In Mariupol, a car of an FSB agent was bombed. That is the results. It sucks when you forget to light the fuse. Really sucks for this Russian soldier. In Toretsk, Russian soldier comes up, throws a satchel. Waiting. Ukrainians know he's there, and he can't move away from that wall without getting shot. Looks around the corner. Ooh, almost got hit. Goes to pull the fuse. And you see the shots come out of that crack in the wall. Goes down. And just to make sure, the FPV comes in. Hey, Nikki, good to see you. Results of Su-27, a MiG-29, and an F-17 bombing operation in Seladov. Here's the results. Okay, I know this is going to sound crazy to most of you. Yes, the smoking hurts my lungs, but it soothes my throat. I don't know why. As a result of drones from Russia, housing unit in Zaporizhia caught on fire. Unfortunately, it spread from there and ended up consuming that entire building of townhouses. Remember the video of the thermal ammo depot going up in flames? Well, the 412th Brigade gives us an up close and personal look. If it would load the video. So the LMLRS system comes back in, goes into the warehouse to resupply. Here comes Nemesis with the drone drop. And there goes the ammo. Yeah, it seems like it's too early in the year for tornadoes. The other reason I want to move to Ukraine, eventually this neighbor problem will go away, and no tornadoes, no hurricanes, maybe flooding, I don't know. But yeah, no more natural disasters like here in the US. You just have Russians being sent to where they belong. Tries to hide in the outhouse. Okay, sorry for the bad joke, but that was a brick shithouse. Mighty, but it still came down. 79th Brigade. A real concentrated Russian-style attack from the Novopavlivsk front. Here is the video. That is the video from the 79th Brigade. More Russian smokers. A warehouse with plastic products is on fire in Moscow. 3,300 square kilometers on fire. Update, 500,000 square meters. Sorry. Here is the video from Moscow burning away. The fires of Mordor remain lit. Oh, I got that one too, Bexy Girl. Coming up later. Speaking facts.
I mean, he's so blatantly stupid. He's a punk. He's a dog. He's a pig. He's a con, a bullshit artist, a mutt who doesn't know what he's talking about, doesn't do his homework, doesn't care, thinks he's gaming society, doesn't pay his taxes. He's an idiot. Colin Powell said it best. He's a national disaster. He's an embarrassment to this country. It makes me so angry that this country has gotten to this point, that this fool, this bozo, has wound up where he has. He talks how he wants to punch people in the face. Well, I'd like to punch him in the face. What I care about is the direction of this country. And what I'm very, very worried about is that it might go in the wrong direction with someone like Donald Trump.
I just liked the video. I wanted to share it. Air Force with their update of the week. 6 cruise missiles, 665 Shaheeds, 179 reconnaissance drones, and 173 UAVs of other types. Here is the Air Force's video. Nice little update from the Air Force. And now my favorite video ever, the best video ever in my opinion, of all the years of war. This is my favorite clip. Russians are in this bunker here, root cellar. The Ukrainians ran out of grenades, so they grabbed the beehives. Them some angry bees. Yeah, I'm a beekeeper myself, and I know what those stings feel like when I can only imagine and laugh at what those Russians are going through in that cellar. Oh, just because it's my favorite one, I'm playing it again. Yeah, fuck what US says. Send them anyways. Nian says Grippins have American engines equals we're not allowed to donate them. At this point, does it really matter what the USA says? So here we are up to today now. And just to answer Numbnuts Vance,
Я вдячний Сполученим Штатам за схвалення нового пакету підтримки України. Я вдячний народу Америки, всім нашим друзям в Конгресі, адміністрації за цю підтримку. I just want to thank for your support and support first of all for people. Ми поважаємо все, що Сполучені Штати Америки роблять для України. Хочемо подякувати за підтримку двопалатну, двопартійну, підтримку суспільства Сполучених Штатів Америки. Thank you for your support, every American citizen. Please know that you support not just a country or its leader, you support millions of people who, like you, cherish freedom. Special thanks to the many American veterans who have volunteered to fight in Ukraine, and to the American people for the amazing support you have given Ukraine. All my appreciation. From my heart, from the heart of Ukrainians. I want to thank you, all of you. I thank every American family. Thanks to President Biden, and I thank you all. Thank you very much to you, to Congress, bipartisan support, to White House, to President. We, Ukrainians, will always be grateful to the U.S. and every American for an extraordinary support. And there is not a soul in Ukraine that does not feel gratitude to you, America. Thanks to Secretary Austin, Chairman Brown, Secretary Del Toro, and Secretary Wormos for all your invaluable support to the Ukrainian Navy and Army. Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here and personally thank you and tell you how what we've achieved together, defending life and freedom. Thank you very much. Mr. President, thank you very much for your supporting us. We're thankful for President, his administration, Congress, bipartisan, of course, support. Я вдячний кожному в Сполучених Штатах. Дякую особисто спікеру Майку Джонсону, усім американським серцям. Thank you so much, Mr. President. First of all, thank you so much for your significant support, your administration. We are very thankful from all Ukrainians to your military support, financial support, humanitarian one. Mr. President, thank you, your team. I would also like to thank the United States Congress for their support, both parties, both chambers. Thank you, and thanks to every American heart that does not betray freedom and supports us. Дякую тобі, Америка. Mr. McConnell, I'm grateful for your firmness in defending freedom and for your visits to Ukraine to see how important it is to win now. I'm grateful to all Americans for their vital and your strong support. I thanked America, all our friends in America and all Americans who support Ukraine, our people, our freedom, our independence in this terrible war started by Russia. Mr. President, thank you for your strong support for the decision that are helping us protect Ukrainians as a whole. We deeply appreciate that Ukraine and America have stood side by side from the very first moments of this terrible Russian invasion. And we are grateful to America for supporting Ukraine. Я дякую всім американцям за це. Вдячний пану секретарю і вдячний президенту Трампу. Я вдячний президенту за щирий інтерес до наших спільних можливостей, до того, як ми можемо разом наблизити справжній мир. Дякую усім в Америці за двопартійну підтримку.
You know, and then has the gall to sit there and point blank say never said thanks. But I watched the videos. Well, watch that video fucking. I deleted that video. I'm not sure why, but this is how Russia protects its supply lines. This is the logistic corridor from Bakhmut to Chasiv Yar to protect from FPVs. That is the length that Russia is going to just to be able to feed their army. Miles and miles of netting. Oh. Some counter drone stuff, if I remember correctly. So, Russian soldier launching a drone. One drone enters, 3 Russians leave. Ugh. So there's a drone operation crew from Russia that will not operate another drone. This one is hilarious. The SBU, Military Counterintelligence, together with soldiers of the 95th Brigade, conducted a special operation during which they came across a greedy serviceman of the Russian armed forces in the Kursk direction, who agreed to sell ammunition to our soldiers directly from his military unit. Here's the video from security services.
Да. Що там, вижили зв'язок? Так, точка є. Маршрут безпечний, можемо виїжджати. Привіт. Здорово. Як завжди? Да. Так, що це не ваше? Наші, так? Де це? Ну, там у парней з пізня ваші. Что, тільки на цей? Ну, я в ящиках не буду возить. 10 стволов еще в машине. Самолет, все хорошо. Пациентка довольна, да? Да, да. Все. Так, что, парень, сейчас погрузим и буду выезжать сейчас пиздить. Что, давай, может, в следующий раз цель? Якийсь миномет, что побольше? Ну, с этим щось...
Oh, it's not just ammo. Wait till you see the picture at the end.
Цена вопроса. Ну, ты знаешь, деньгами не обидим. Да, я думаю, договоримся. Під час спецоперації військової контррозвідки вдалося закупити зброю безпосередньо старшини бойового підрозділу однієї з військових частин Російської Федерації. До рук наших сил потрапив цінний арсенал, автомати К-12, гранатомети, вибухівка, міни та боєприпаси. Спецоперація вкотре довела: російська корупція – наш союзник.
Oh, very strong, Liam. But let's go back to that image. So, like 5 pistols, some explosive device, whatever, grenades, cases of grenades, cases of anti-tank bazookas, whatever you want to call them. Now, not only does Ukraine not have to go up against this, they now have this in their arsenal to go against the Russians. An oil non-pipeline in Rostov today. Ukrainian drone hit the oil pipeline, and no pipeline, no more. I forgot the unit. 8th Special Forces Regiment specifically smashed a Russian T-80. Here's the video. Nice big boom, but no turret toss, unfortunately. This was from Saturday, I believe, but the results of Russian drone attack in Kharkiv. Dnipro region, aggressor struck Nikopol with a kamikaze drone, dropped ammunition from a UAV, a minibus caught fire. A private enterprise was damaged. The occupiers targeted Novopavlivska community with a guided aerial bomb. Kherson, 2 people in moderate condition were taken to the hospital from Antonivka after being injured by a Russian drone. Another 7 people were injured as a result of Russian aggression. Russians damaged 24 private homes, a gas pipeline, a gas station, an agricultural enterprise, and cars. Zaporizhia, an 82-year-old woman was injured as a result of an enemy attack. During the day, the occupiers inflicted 483 strikes on 9 settlements. There were 30 reports of damage to apartments and private houses. Sumy, 3 apartment buildings were damaged, 2 civilians injured. In the Glukiv community, the enemy dropped a VOG from a drone. A gas pipeline was damaged. The Russians attacked the Krasnopol community with guided aerial bombs. An apartment building, 10 private houses, and outbuildings. At night and the morning, Russians carried out a total of 12 attacks. Kharkiv, 4 people injured, 2 destroyed buildings, an 8 apartment building, a power system facility, a civilian enterprise, 22 residential buildings, a garage, and a car. In Donetsk, Russians killed 3 people and injured 7 more, damaging numerous residential buildings, administrative buildings, high-rise buildings, power lines, gas lines, and cars. Focus. Mykolaiv, the enemy attacked the city with a Shaheed. Falling debris caused a fire on the territory of a production enterprise. A cargo van was destroyed, a warehouse and another cargo van were damaged. On the lighter side of the news, March 1st, we had our first snow, Odessa. There's one of the still pictures, but here is the video. Oh, it won't let me enlarge that. You can see the snow falling, I hope. And Ukrainian defender evacuates little girl to a safe place. This girl and millions of Ukrainian children are the reason why we fight. For their sake, we just want lasting peace.
Що там? Там бабух, да? Ти боїшся? Ти боїшся, сонечко моє. Зараз ми поїдемо, де бабух не буде. І ти не будеш боятися. Так? Насправді плакати хочеться.
Welcome, Grunge. An oil refinery complex in Russia was hit by Ukrainian drones this morning. Timestamp on the recording was 2:38 on March 3rd. Fire broke out, and, well, you saw the short little clip. Feldman Eco Park near Kharkiv was attacked by Russia today, unfortunately resulting in several animals being killed. You know, I guess if Russia can't have the goats, nobody can.
Listen to me, man.
And of course, get back into these. These are funny still.
If there's one thing that I know, is never to mess with Mother Nature, mother-in-laws, or mother freaking Ukrainians.
Video from 3rd Assault Brigade from Toretsk. Give you an idea that Toretsk is still being fought over. Russia does not control it. And here's the proof.
Он где-то в подвал пошел и...
Дом пустий.
Ти був всередині в ньому?
Я через окно завісив.
Руки за голову! Руки за голову, быстро! Бачиш його?
Руки вперед!
Руки за голову! Позывной какой у тебя? Позывной! Сколько дней здесь сидишь? Ты! Как сюда пришел? Вторая рука где? Вставай! Медленно вставай! Контри! Ты на меня стрелял? Стоп! Ты что, бессмертный сюда пришел вообще? Вставай быстро! Быстро вставай! Ноги целые? Быстро заходи в дом. Быстро! Сейчас помощь дадим. Давай заползай. Ползи.
На улице есть кто-то? Нет.
Быстро, быстро заползай, потому что кровь течет. Нужно тебе быстро помощь надать.
Okay, now that you've seen where that guy came out of, let's see if I could find it. That's where the guy came out of. Literally hand on the door.
А можем, мы тебе сейчас помощь нададим. Мене вистрілив, я знати, куди він попав.
У тебе стріляв?
Да. Ты флаг вешал?
Нет.
А кто вешал флаг?
Он туда ушел, я говорю,
Он где-то в подвал пошел или куда?
в подвал, наверное.
Ну говори точно, нету, наверное.
Пошел.
Зачем он туда пошел? Что он делать хотел?
Он там наши пришли. Вчера.
Точно? Сколько человек?
Я сколько не знаю, человек.
Позывные. Что знаешь?
По ним я ничего не знаю. Они пришли, сказали, разорить их по местам. И все.
Понял. Дивись, доповідаю інформацію. Його позивний його, з ним був вчора позивний. Він сказав, що пішов вчора вечором по вулиці в сторону туди вниз. Пішов зустрічати людей, які прийшли, їм передавали. Він мав їх розставити по містам.
Плюс не вони вечірку вішали туди.
Ганчірку вішав оцей жмих, що з ним був.
Не можуть хлопці просуватися, забирати його?
Ми надаємо йому допомогу, в нього руки простріляні. Його треба евакуйовувати, бо він помре, напевно.
Плюс, мужчина, так у вас должны остаться турникеты. Должны остаться турникеты.
Плюс. Сейчас тебе, если повезет, заберем тебя, машина заберет, карета скорой помощи.
Заберите, пожалуйста.
Заберите, пожалуйста.
Вот там.
Еще есть, ранения где-то есть, ноги или только руки?
Я пить хочу.
Я тоже хочу пить. Я хочу, чтобы вы сюда не приходили.
Я тоже не хотел.
Не хотел, хоть ты меня стрелял, ну, ты сюда шел.
Не знаю, я...
Не знаю, я тоже не знаю. Скажи спасибо, что хоть тебя не убили.
Знаєте, всю вам потрібну інформацію одразу. По місцезнаходженню жмихів в нашій зоні інтересу, щоб ви не наткнулись на них.
Смотри, слушай меня, смотри. Хорошо. Еще здесь есть твои типы? Ну, ты видел, может быть, кого-то. Ты здесь 3 дня? Слушай меня внимательно, то, что я говорю. Я понимаю, что болит. Ты должен мне быстро отвечать, потому что время твоя жизнь. Ты понял меня?
Туда ушел только... Мы были тут вдвоем, правда.
Вы были здесь вдвоем 3 дня.
Да, он ушел.
Все, хорошо.
Можно попить там, ведро.
А кто выходил на радейку? Старший кто? Все, хорошо. Блин. Все, сейчас несем.
Я відсилаю до вас, вони будуть в процесі йти до вас і забирати його. Не прийняти.
Плюс, по дорозі, хай йдуть, ми зараз його витягнемо. Але він дуже його ходить, в нього ще вроді одна в ногі є.
Вона?
Там белое ведро, правда.
Плюс, вони.
Що це?
Там белое
Їхня?
Пожалуйста, там есть, там правда.
А чого антенна виключена була?
Я уже радейка.
Точно?
Да.
Смотри, сейчас ты немного пройдешь, тебе парни воды дадут. Продержишься?
Сколько?
Сколько? 200 метров.
Я Значить потягнуть по асфальту. За ногу. Да?
Тебе надо идти, значит умрешь.
Дивись, цей він 300-й в коліно, і він дуже ходить. І два зап'ястя простріляно.
Плюс, прийняв. Ну, передасте, там вже щось вирішимо по ньому. Ну, машина зараз точно туди їхати не буде, за ним.
Ні, він капає.
Плюс-плюси прийняв. Ну, на тачанці його повеземо зараз. Давай, быстро, садись в карету. Жопой туда. Все, ложись. Держись, я сейчас привезу тебя. Ну, руки не нужно, чтобы работали. Ты сам начал стрелять, так бы сдался, было все хорошо. Нормально тебя катаем? Американские горки, украинские. Нет for Speed Мосфорда Щербиновка, погнали. Удачи!
So, cool video from Third Assault. You know, even point blank shooting each other. In the end, gave him medical aid and evacuated him. In Sumi, a children's medical facility was damaged. No video, but here is a picture from the hospital, children's hospital in Sumi. Americans in Kiev protesting at the U.S. Embassy in Kiev. Here's a video from the Kiev Post, and I'll be right back.
The Russians do take over Ukraine. After that,
Oh, let me start it from the beginning.
Democratic country. What Trump is doing is not what America should be doing. Does not agree with this.
Hey guys, it's Corey on the street. Today I'm in Kyiv, Ukraine, right in front of the U.S. Embassy. And as you can see behind me, a rally just started. There's a lot of Americans here. They're quite upset with the U.S.'s recent policy shift, specifically about this UN resolution where the U.S. decided to refuse to condemn Russia. Meanwhile, the U.S. proposed another resolution, and this resolution doesn't acknowledge that there's a war in Ukraine. They merely classify it as a conflict. Wild. While the U.S. resolution was ultimately adopted with amendments condemning Russia, a lot of Ukrainians feel that it portrays Russia as neutral and it fails to hold them accountable. Today we're going to figure out what's happening and hear directly from those people over there protesting. I think I'm ready. Давай!
The result of the vote is as follows. In favor, 93, against 18, abstention 65. Draft resolution is adopted.
Unfortunately, the absence of our amendment stating that we need to eradicate the root causes of the conflict, and also after the European amendments were taken in, we ended up with yet another anti-Russian piece of paper that is distorting the truth.
Following the UN General Assembly, the Security Council gathered for another meeting. But this time, the US's neutral resolution was ultimately adopted without any amendments. Out of the 15 members, 10 voted in favor, including the US, 5 abstained, including the UK and France, and nobody voted against it. However, the amendments proposed by the European allies, calling for the explicit condemnation of Russian aggression, were removed. This left a final resolution that avoids criticism of Moscow, and this also sparked a lot of frustration here in Ukraine. To understand the public reaction, we're speaking to some of these protesters that are gathered back there.
The United States refuses to acknowledge the fact that Russia's a terrorist state, although I'm not surprised with what's going on. And it's really funny how many Trump supporters and bootlickers are all of a sudden switching sides.
Why is it important for Americans to support Ukraine?
Because let's say the Russians do take over Ukraine. After that, it's going to be Europe. And then after that, the rest of the world.
Realistically, our country had the ability to probably end this a while ago.
How do you feel about the current U.S. government?
Not good. Very disappointed. Even when this is over, still probably like to help with rebuilding processes and things like that, and whatever level of normalcy we can give back, even though that's kind of impossible. If Ukraine doesn't succeed, what do they think is going to happen there? The United States might be massive, but it's very easily misled. We all still need to keep fighting.
More than disappointed, I'm appalled. As an American, it's just an abomination to see us leaning into these kind of positions. I'm disillusioned. I'm concerned. I'm mainly concerned about this. Sure, there's a huge pond between Ukraine and the United States, but this is a small world. If Ukraine were to fall, or if Russia were to continue to march and move into Eastern Europe, into Poland, the Baltics, we're talking World War III. So why should the U.S. care? Because eventually this will be on our own doorstep. They truly are the shield of freedom for themselves, but more importantly for all of us.
Even if I can't make personally a big difference, if I can demonstrate that there's other people that resist what the American government is trying to do, we resist siding with the genocidal evil that is Russia, that other Americans who maybe feel the same way but are afraid to make that stand as well will find more courage when they see other people protesting it. I think the United States has really gone downhill since what I call the orange felon took office. It certainly doesn't represent what the majority of American people stand for. And I think more Americans need to stand up and make it clear to the president that this is not acceptable, that this is not America, and we don't tolerate this. We're here to fight for democracy in Ukraine, but we also need to think about fighting for democracy in America too. This isn't just a fight between Ukraine and Russia. This is a fight between democracy and despotism, between civilization and barbarism, and that's why people everywhere should support Ukraine in this fight. And I should say also, it's not fair. Ukraine is fighting Russia, standing against Russia, and the whole world is benefiting from this, but Ukraine is paying the biggest price.
Slava Ukraini.
Herom Slava.
While the U.S. has insisted that this resolution is a step towards peace, European allies have expressed their disappointment. Many believe that omitting a condemnation of Russia equates to an alliance with Moscow. The debate over these policy changes raises a crucial question. Is the U.S. changing its stance on Ukraine? And what does that mean for the country's future? These protests highlight a growing concern among Ukrainians that international support might be shifting toward compromise rather than justice. With the war still going on and no end in sight, the future of Ukraine will really depend on if their allies stand firm or if they waver. As the debate over this resolution continues, one thing remains clear. Ukrainians feel that neutrality is not an option when facing aggression. The voices here today reflect a country determined to fight for its sovereignty and justice. Slava Ukraini, and God bless America.
Nice video from Kyiv Post of Americans standing with Ukraine in Ukraine. I'm glad I was able to pull off that liner. I can't do 16 more minutes. AI put to good use. We already watched that. Motocross is a dangerous activity, according to Dennis Davidoff. Here's the video proving it. Yeah, they do. It's... Yeah, Russians are doing meat wave assaults on dirt bikes. Yeah, this is the last video. I'm done. I can't do anymore. I can push through this video, but yeah, motocross is dangerous, especially for Russians, especially in Ukraine. And of course, 5,800 foreign aid contracts been canceled by Trump. You know, he wanted an isolated America, and, well, unfortunately, I think he got it. I have a few more videos to go through for tomorrow. So look for more from Madhyar, from 3rd Assault, K2, 46, the engineers of 3rd Assault, and of course, all the others. I'm not going to play the outro. I'm just going to end the stream. You know, people pay good money to feel like I'm feeling right now, but, like, you know, have a good night, everybody. Stay safe, and I'll see you tomorrow.